everyone, it's Tara here. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I have a review video for you guys. A company called Doodle Art Pro sent me this product, this 40 gel pen set to try. So it's 28 glitter gel pens and 12 neon glitter gel pens. And they have a website that's doodleartpro.com. I'll link that in the description below. But these gel pens, it's a really nice set actually. I was kind of worried because when I got it in the mail, it was a really hot day because, hey, I live in the desert. And I thought, like, the package was so warm, like, it was, like, uncomfortable to touch warm. So I was like, oh, man, I hope the gel pens aren't ruined because gel pens are so finicky. And to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of gel pens at all. But this set is really nice. It is something I would definitely use and am going to use. So I decided to just write out with each pin that was sent. And so the left side of the journal here is just the regular color glitter pens. And then the right page is going to be the 12 neon pens. And these are all glitter. They all have glitter in them. The glitter does always smudge off though. So it's not really like annoying or anything. It's really easy to get off your hands. It doesn't like cling to you. But even days later, I rubbed my fingers over the writing and glitter came off on my fingers. So if glitter bothers you, maybe not the best thing, but like I said, this isn't like chunky glitter or anything, obviously, because it's coming out of a pen. But, you know, some people really, really, really don't like glittery, but it also has a really nice shine to it, as you saw in the clip right before I started writing here, under the light, and when you kind of move it around, it looks really pretty. So, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad, right? Writing with the pens, like the first letter, like the first little line, ink doesn't really come out of the pen, so it just takes a little bit to get it going, but they're super, super inky. Like the inkiest gel pens I've ever used in my life, inky. I know a lot of people love those jelly roll pens, and like I grew up in the 90s, so gel pens were like a thing, you know, in middle school, elementary school. I would constantly just like decorate my hand in gel pens and just like doodle all over myself and all over my notes and everything. So I know my gel pens, and that's why I don't really like them, because they last all of about a day and then they just stop working even though there's plenty of ink left in them. And I know a lot of people like the Jelly Roll gel pens, but even in my experience, those just, I had like a few that just, you know, they just quit working like right as you're using them, or I don't know. I guess maybe I've just never had great luck with gel pens. But, you know, I really like these and how they write once you get them going. Like I said, they're just super inky, and I feel like they would last a while, and I'm really excited to write letters with them and stuff like that. So that's cool. One thing I did notice, even just writing with these colors, the light colors show up even on just like light paper. So, and even in this clip here, you see like the neon colors. They look just great even on almost like a white paper. I guess this is like a little bit of off-white with the journal I have, but you don't really see that too often with lighter colors. Like it's really hard to read on light paper. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing that makes me really excited about this set of gel pens is the variety of colors. So when I first looked at the set, I was kind of concerned that like the reds would be the same or similar, but they aren't. So I did a little test too, and I wrote some of the colors side by side, and they really are different between the two little cases, and that was really surprising to me. I mean, the neon obviously is going to be pretty neon, and the neon colors are actually really neon, which I like a lot. But like the reds in this case are a different shade than the reds in the other case, and like the greens and so on. So that was really exciting. I kind of thought maybe, you know, they would just they would be really similar, but they're all pretty different shades. So I really like that. The nib itself is pretty thick, and I like that too. I don't like writing with like smaller tips, so woohoo. The cases for the pens, I really like that there is a case. They are just made of plastic though, so it's not like sturdy. It's really flimsy, and the pens kind of flop around, and if you don't latch them on just right, they kind of fall if you tilt it the wrong way. So I ended up doing that a lot, and you know, just getting pens all over my desk because I'm kind of impatient and kind of clumsy. But you also get some blacks and browns and kind of like a silver color, and then a white, but the white is a little bit more clear than white in my opinion. The only other thing I really wish this set had would be names for the colors, because color names for like crayons or pencils or pens or whatever is kind of one of my favorite things ever. And when I was younger, I used to want to be like the person that named colors for like pens and stuff. I don't know why, but I just really like the things that people come up with to name certain pens. So that would be my one suggestion here. There is a little bit of shadowing for the pens on this journal in particular. You can see that the colors are showing through, but there's no bleed through, so that's nice. Super inky, but no bleed through. As far as smudging goes, these pens are super smudgy. They're super inky, so that makes sense. Just doing a few little smudge tests here, and little sad face. I don't really have much of a problem smudging. I'm right-handed, and I don't really like go over and get my fingers all over whatever I'm writing, so it's not really an issue for me, but I do know that's important for a lot of people, especially if you're left-handed. And in this case, it took like several minutes for the ink to actually dry, and I even went back and like rubbed my fingers over the little tests I did with each color, and after I did the smudge test, and even some of those were still wet enough to smudge just a little bit. So it definitely needs some time to set, or you could, maybe speed up the process with a heat gun or something like that. I was really excited to test the lighter colors and the neon colors on black paper, because the way they wrote on the light colored paper, I thought it would just be like the most amazing thing ever on black paper. But I really didn't have any luck with these pens on a darker colored paper. So the only one that showed up that looked good was the silver. And don't get me wrong, it looks great on black paper. But like the neon colors, they just end up looking more clear than anything. And that's kind of when I found out the white was more clear, because on the black paper it didn't show up at all, which you would think a white gel pen would show up the best on a black piece of paper, but it did not in this instance. So I saw some pictures on their website of people coloring and stuff on darker paper with these pens, and it looked great. So maybe, I don't know, if you go over it a few times, it might start showing up a little bit better, but just a once over, which is what I would be doing because I'm not drawing or coloring, I'm writing letters with these. It just does not show up as I thought it would. So it's also possible that the pictures on their website are for a different gel pen set, because I do believe they sell a variety of them. So maybe they're not the glitter kind or something like that. I'm not sure. But you can see here, as I'm getting into the more neon colors, you can barely make them out from this far away. When you get closer, you can sort of see them. But like I said, it's just more clear. They don't really pack the punch they do on just regular light colored paper, because like I said, the neon colors are so pretty to me on the light paper, and they don't look great on the dark colored paper. So that's my review of this gel pen set. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye!